Hey everybody, it's Sunday. I'm making my weigh-in video really late. As you noticed, I did not include the little title opening thing that I always do. Basically, if you follow me on Twitter, I always say that, you'll know that I've been experiencing a lot of anxiety this week, but really this weekend, especially yesterday. And so I'm here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about what has been happening this past week. It's kind of a little confession video, I guess. So, we'll start with the weigh-in. For Friday, I gained 2 pounds. It was 269.5. And that's not a surprise to me. This past week, I binged a lot. Probably 4 or 5 times. Fast food, sweets, soda. I ate a lot of fast food. Probably more fast food than I've eaten this week than I've eaten since January 1st put together. Like bad fast food. I wasn't buying anything that's on my, good choices for fast food list. I was buying crap, junk. And you're probably thinking, gosh, Courtney, you were doing such a good job. What happened? Well, I was talking to my mom on the phone on Friday. And I was telling her about these binges that I was having, and she said, "What's going on? What's going on with you? And she knows me. I don't know if you and your mom have the same kind of relationship that me and my mom do. I call her probably every other day. We talk for a long time. We tell each other everything. And she knows me more, almost, probably better than I know myself, obviously, if she saw that something was up. And I hadn't put the 2 and 2 together yet. And she said, "What's going on? Why has this week been so bad?" And at first when I was telling her, I said, my foot hurting and I haven't been able to do it and I've been frustrated. And then it was quiet and I kept thinking. And I said, "Mom, I don't like Couch to 5K. And she said, "Tell me about that." And I said, I built it up to be this big thing. I had a countdown, and I started doing it, and I'm not enjoying myself like I thought I would. And this week, I didn't exercise because I was fixing my foot, but I'm getting stressed out because next week I'm supposed to be better and I'm supposed to start again, and I don't want to. And I told her that it's a very structured program. And I mean, nobody likes to fail, but I really hate to fail, okay? And every time I would not be able to complete an interval, or I would end the day and I didn't finish week 1 again, I got so mad at myself and so frustrated, and I didn't want to do it, I was doing it because I would have to come and report to you guys, and I wasn't having fun. And that's not what exercise should be, exercise is supposed to be fun. So, I told her that, that's been causing me a lot of anxiety, the fact that I was repeating week 1 for the 3rd time, and, I wasn't sure I was going to do it, finish it anyways. And I felt really, stuck in this, box or a bubble. I had to only do Couch 5K. I couldn't do my DVDs or anything. I couldn't go to the gym. I felt like this is what I had to do, and I had to finish it and complete it. And I wasn't enjoying myself. I wasn't enjoying my exercise. And so that's not good. So I'm glad that she pointed out that something was wrong, and made me dig down and admit to myself that I was not enjoying Couch 5K as much as I want. So I've decided that I'm still going to go to the lake when I feel like it, and walk and jog and build up, but I'm also going to do other exercises too, because working out and exercising is supposed to be fun, I just showed you guys a little while ago that I had that Jillian Michaels DVD. I want to do that. I have weights. I have a step. I have a ball. I have a gym membership. I have all these things available to me, and I have all this time now. I'm part-time. And I don't want to be limited to just doing this Couch to 5K thing. And I know people are probably like, well, you could do other stuff with Couch to 5K. In my mind, I wasn't doing anything because I was so concentrated on finishing week 1, which I hadn't done yet. And I felt like a failure. And I don't want to feel like a failure, because when I feel like a failure and I feel bad about myself, that's what I do, is I eat. So I hung up with her on Friday after that, and then I started thinking about that I have to come and talk to you guys about this, and that my weigh-in went really bad, and I went and had more fast food, even though I had just talked to my mom about it. And I had more fast food over the weekend, and I weighed myself this morning, and the scale said 272. I've gained 5 pounds this week, most likely a lot of salt, sodium, weight, water weight, but I had gotten out of control. Yesterday, I kept telling myself I had to make my video. And I told you guys I was going to go to the running store and get new shoes. And I was going to try to record it, which I thought, why would I do that? They're not going to let you record in a store anyways. Well, Gary had a meeting in the morning. So I took a shower and I got ready like we were going to go. And then I laid on my bed waiting for Gary to come home, and I took a nap. And I woke up 4 hours later. And I felt horrible. I felt like my whole day was shot. I wasted the day, which I didn't. We still could have gone. The store was still open. But my anxiety started getting to me, and I was so mad at myself and blah, 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 blah. And I started thinking about, Courtney, they're going to make you run on a treadmill in front of people. What if you start running out of breath? What if you fall off the treadmill? All these horrible thoughts started coming into my mind, and I convinced myself I wasn't going to go. That I don't need new shoes. I know my other shoes are bad, but I can still use them. Maybe I'll use my old shoes. I was thinking of every excuse not to go and not to do this. And my anxiety was getting so bad. I felt pains in my chest. I felt my heart was beating really fast. It was really bad. So that's where I was last night. I went to bed and I woke up and I feel better. I feel like I'm going to be back on track this week. And I know a lot of my anxiety, it's a vicious circle. I have anxiety about, the food I was eating, which made me eat more food because I was anxious about it. Vicious cycle. I'm stopping the cycle today. I'm going to start eating healthy again this week and try to get all these bad, cleanse myself of all these bad feelings, all these anxious feelings, and all this bad food I was eating. Look at my face. Look at how bad I've broken out this week from eating all that junk. And today I'm going to try and see if I can get shoes. I'm trying to see if I can avoid running on the treadmill. I have a friend that works at the store, and I'm going to talk to her and see if she can help me out. So I can get good shoes for my feet without running on the treadmill. And then tomorrow I'm starting up exercising again. I won't be doing Couch to 5K. Maybe sometimes. Maybe I'll throw that workout in sometimes. But I just want to have fun with my workout, I don't want to feel limited. So that's where I am. I hope this doesn't make any of my subscribers hate me. This week is going to be different. Hopefully I can get these 5 pounds that I've gained this week off. And I'm going to update you guys a couple days this week just to keep myself in check, okay? So I will talk to you guys later. Have a nice rest of your Sunday,